Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to tell you today about doing a tribute to Prime Minister / General Louis Botha. And he, or the American English way of pronouncing him is Louis Botha. Louis Botha. He was Prime Minister of South Africa. Actually, he was the Union's first Prime Minister, right in 1910. And he was Prime Minister during World War I, and Jan Smuts was the Secretary of Defense, actually. And they were both a major reason why South Africa sided with the British during World War I and not the Kaiser Wilhelm II's Germany. And the South Africa did amazing things in World War I, and Louis Botha was Prime Minister and General during that time, and he actually led the South Africans that were stationed in Africa and didn't go to Europe. He led them to battle against German African possessions in what is present-day Namibia. The Germans controlled Namibia, but the South Africans knew that they had to take Namibia from the Germans, or it could have posed potential problems. The main potential problem that would have happened was the South Africans couldn't send any of their forces to Europe to help the British with the Germans in Europe, that they would have to keep all their forces in Africa because the Germans would be distracting them and invading them, and South Africa would need all their forces at home. And the 1st South African Division played a vital role in the European theater. So they knew they had to take Namibia. And so Louis Botha led the South African soldiers to Namibia, or present-day Namibia, I should say. It was a German Southwest African possession then. He led them to present-day Namibia, and they marched around 200 miles in just 6 days. They marched a little bit over 30 miles a day, which was a tremendous accomplishment. And this was going on while Botha was Prime Minister. He was Prime Minister and General, and his wife did a lot of the political work as well, and she also visited troops on the front line. And it was an amazing accomplishment. And keep in mind, Louis Botha fought for the Afrikaners in the Boer War. He is an Afrikaner, or was an Afrikaner when he was alive. And he spent time in a British concentration camp, but he came out with not any ill will or hate towards the British and chose to fight on the right side of, in World War I. He fought on the right side in the Boer War. I've talked about that in previous videos. But he chose to fight on the British side in World War I because he highly believed the Germans were in the wrong, which they were during that war. Well, anyways, they get to present-day Namibia, and they crush the Germans there. And that's how Southwest Africa became a South African possession originally. Now, after the Boer War, Namibia became its own country. But when the South Africans got there, they crushed the German army there. They captured 3,166 German soldiers. They captured 37 field guns and 22 Maxim machine guns. And that's a huge accomplishment. That's why even today, he's regarded as a hero in South Africa and in Britain as well. There's a statue of Louis Botha outside present-day Parliament in Cape Town, which was disgraceful that 2 vandals vandalized that statue back in 2015. It was disgraceful. General / Prime Minister Louis Botha was a great man, a selfless general, and he led from the front as Prime Minister and as General. So thumbs up to him for all that he did. He deserves to have that statue there. Anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.